There's three hidden problems that are sabotaging agents and team leaders all over the country right now. If you're feeling stuck right now, if you're grinding and you just feel like the growth isn't showing up the way that it should, this episode is for you. Welcome back to another episode of All or Nothing in Real Estate. I'm your host, Matt Smith, the founder of All or Nothing in Real Estate. This podcast is a movement to give back to this amazing industry that has given so much to me and my family. Guys, I want to remind you today, in All or Nothing in Real Estate, if you're listening to this, that means you don't play average. You don't play halfway. This podcast, this movement is for the doers, for the dreamers, for the leaders who know that they were made for more. If you're feeling stuck right now, if you're grinding and you just feel like the growth isn't showing up the way that it should, this episode is for you. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've been at several events recently. I've been masterminding with some amazing people where I'm building this community of like-minded rock stars. I'm going to take this all or nothing brand and pour some gas on it and partner with some like-minded people that I'm super excited to build. I've had like 15 calls building this, and it's really got me inspired and motivated and fired up to really help people that want more and they feel like they're stuck. So what I found is there's some commonalities. There's similar problems that similar people have. And so I'm going to call them the hidden problems. I feel like there's three hidden problems that are sabotaging agents and team leaders all over the country right now. The things that don't show up in the CRM, they don't show up in your KPIs, they don't show up in your day-to-day business, but they're definitely showing up in your bank account. They're definitely showing up in your team culture. And sometimes they're showing up in the lack of confidence that you have in yourself, your team, and what you're capable of. So as I'm going through this today, I'm going to break this down. I really want to invite you to be open-minded and think, where are the lessons here where I could apply this to my life? And how can I get around other similar people so we can solve these similar problems together? I believe we are better together. And that is one of the things I'm just on an absolute mission right now, to partner with like-minded people and build a community of savages, of people that are willing to get their hands dirty, willing to grow and be uncomfortable and contribute with each other at such a high level that we all win together. There's so many legs and arms of what this will look like, but if that speaks volumes to you, if this podcast speaks to you, if this podcast as a whole, or this episode, or any of these episodes speak to you, reach out to me and say, I want to hear more about your community. There's not a catch. It is just me contributing at another level. I'm going to build something big, something epic with epic people, and maybe that's you. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about these three hidden problems that are sabotaging agents and team leaders all over the country right now. The first hidden secret, if you will, is activity versus productivity. They're not the same thing. Activity versus productivity. You see, we all know that we need more action. And so if you follow me, you know that I'm not going to say don't do more activity, right? Like, you need to do the work. The work is required. But are you actually being productive with the work? Sometimes we confuse busy with being effective or productive. Sometimes we wear busy like it's a badge of honor. Sometimes we show up and we just go through the motions and we just check the box. And I want to remind you, activity, as important as it is, doesn't always equal productivity. At the end of the day, what you actually produce, the result that you get or do not get, is really all that matters. Our word for the year for our team is execution. It is measured by the result. Done or not done. Not a, yeah, but I did this part, but not that part. It doesn't matter. You did it or you didn't. And we're not judging you, but too many times we just skate through and we wear this, well, I was busy. And we honestly, I see this all the time. And sometimes I fall in this trap too. We wear busy like it's a badge of honor. And we take pride in the fact that we're busy. We take pride in the fact that we have all of these things to do. But when's the last time you sat down and you analyzed your day? You analyzed your week. You analyzed your month and say, was I actually productive? Was I effective with these things that I was busy with? Or was I really just wearing busy around like it's a badge of honor? I'll tell you what I've realized about the most highly productive human beings. They don't focus on being busy. They focus on getting shit done. And so listen, just because you had 17 conversations today really doesn't mean you moved the ball down the field. I would love if you had 17 conversations, but did you have the right conversations with the right people, with the right intent? Did you talk about next steps? Did you actually move the ball down the field? Leaders, just because you spent 3 hours talking with your team or in the office today or you hosted a meeting or whatever you did, doesn't mean you actually led someone. You see, leadership is tough. Leadership means that I have to help, not have to, let me rephrase that. I have the honor and the privilege of leading human beings to live a better life for them and their families. And so am I doing what it takes to show up as a leader that I can actually lead somebody today? Did I actually help them become better? Did I show up as a servant leader that is leading by example? So if you're struggling with any of this, and how do I know if I had activity or productivity? You see, it's hard to have productivity without activity, right? So again, activity is important. But at the end of the day, if you can do less activity and be more effective, that's what we're all after. All of these internet gurus that say I work 27 hours a day and 10 days a week, like that's not sexy. That's what you see on the internet. The real people that are winning at the high level, yeah, they work their asses off, but they're striving to be productive, not busy. And so ask yourself this as I reflect on the day, as I reflect on the week, did I create revenue producing opportunities today? Did you produce revenue? Did you create opportunities? Did you move the needle in your life, in your business, in your finances, in your relationships, in anywhere in life? Did you move the needle forward? Or did you just show up and you check a bunch of boxes? I get asked all the time, Matt, how can I partner with you? I love what I learned in your podcast. I love what you said in this speech. I love the success that your team has created, and I want to be a part of it. I want to partner with you. How can I work with you? Our team has been with eXp Realty since 2018. And we love eXp for how the collaboration, the community, all the support they provide to our team and our business. And so if you're interested in learning how can I partner with Matt, what do the options look like? You can have coaching. I have a lot of free stuff like I'm giving you on this podcast, but there's so many other ways that we can partner together and we can be in alignment and we can collaborate and we can actually help you grow your business through a strategic partnership. Imagine being in financial alignment with the people that you looked up to, the people that you took advice from, and you actually work together to create a community where teams are working with each other and collaborating versus competing. So if this interests you, text me, partner, to 573-261-6778. Here's a question I would ask yourself. At the end of the day, I want you to write this one down. If you're not driving, write this one down. I ask myself this question at the end of every single day. What did I do today that actually produced a result? What did I do today that actually produced a result? And then you want to get more specific. Specificity wins. One of my favorite words to say. It's really fun to say. You should try it. Specificity. I learned it from Ed Milet. Took me a while to get it down, so I say it a lot now because I've got it nailed. Anyway, back on track. So what did I do today that actually produced a result? Number two, what was that result? Specifically, what was the result that it produced? What was the activity that I did that produced a result? And what was the result that it produced? Next question. Question number three. Who did I help move closer to a win today? Who did I help move closer to a win today? And if you can answer those three questions at the end of every day, and you do that every single day, how much more productive will you be in your life? At the end of the day, when you're showing up and you're taking time away from your family, you're taking time away from other things in your life, you are sacrificing certain things for your business, for your career, for your family, for your future. What did you do that produced a result? What was the result that you produced? And who else did I help get a win today? If you can answer those three questions, you're on the right track. But so many of us get stuck in this hamster wheel and we allow our day to lead us. We don't stop and review our game film and say, did I actually do anything that was worth my time today? Did I produce the desired result? All right. Number 2. So many times we lead. This is more for leaders, but I believe everyone is a leader to someone in their life. So you were leading yourself, you were leading your family, you were leading someone, you were leading your clients. So take this in perspective. Leading without depth or leading without direction. The second hidden problem is leading without depth or leading without direction. This can be in your own life. Do you have depth and direction of where you're going? Do you know why you're going there? You see, a lot of times as leaders, either for other people that we have the privilege of leading or for ourselves, we don't show up as leaders. We show up as managers. There's a big difference. We don't show up as leaders. We show up as managers. Better yet, we don't show up as someone who can cast a vision of the future for ourselves, for our family, or for those that we are leading. You see, great leaders have great vision. What is that vision that you're constantly casting for yourself, for the people that you are leading? What is it that you are working towards? All of you work really, really hard. Do you have clarity and depth of the vision and direction of why you're working so hard? Now that we've established how to be productive with your work, do you know why you're doing it? Are you showing up to a meeting? You showing up to work with just a checklist? Or are you showing up with really depth of understanding of this is what I'm going to build for my life, my family, my future today? It starts today. And if you have that vision and you become great at casting that vision for yourself, for others, you can start to feel it. And once you can see it, then you can feel it, and then you build a plan to be productive towards it, guess what happens next? That dream, that vision, that becomes reality. And that's what I want for you. When's the last time your team, your family, hell, maybe the last time you talked to yourself and you actually heard your heart, not just your tactical mind or your strategy? When's the last time you cast a vision so loud and you even said it out loud? Maybe you make a social media post. Maybe you say it to other people in your life so you can have that accountability and that public declaration that equals manifestation. When's the last time that you cast a vision so powerful, so big, so crystal clear in your mind that it actually scared you a little bit? You see, I've been down this journey building community. I've been having these amazing conversations with amazing humans, like the who's who, people that I look up to and respect, and so many amazing people trying to figure out how I can become better and how I can follow my purpose in this overwhelming feeling that I have that I need to build something for others. I need to build a community. I need to build something. Like, I feel like I don't know if it's a faith thing. I don't know if it's God telling me. It's the universe, something that I need to keep going, and I need to become better, and I need to give to others, and I need to build a platform and a place where people can come together and work through these things in life, because we all struggle in life. Life happens to all of us. But when's the last time that you actually got crystal clear on that vision that you have for your life, and you said it out loud to other people? Recruiting solves all problems. I heard that from John Cheplack at the first John Cheplack event that I ever went to, and I didn't fully understand what it meant. Let's think about it this way. What is easier to do? To get an agent
who is a human, to change their behavior in the changing marketplace and force them to change, or to bring in new people with new standards, with new activity, new hunger, new drive, and them start seeing results, and then everyone else fall in alignment and want to do the same activities that are producing those results. So many of us overcomplicate recruiting. We don't want to cold call. We don't know who to call. We don't know what to say. We get uncomfortable. So I've developed a solution. We've been operating this in my business for 3 years now. It's recruiting funnels that gives you a conveyor belt of recruits that raise their hand and ask if they can join your real estate team. If you're interested in learning more about a lead generation strategy that runs parallel with a real estate business, just how you run buyer and seller business, we can run your recruiting business the same way. Visit 3recruitingfunnelsbuilt.com to learn more.
You see, what I want to create, what I have a vision to create, let me cast my vision to you right now. I want to manifest it. Public declaration equals manifestation. It's real. I'm publicly declaring to you right now listening, I'm going to build a community of elite humans doing elite things. And we're going to work through this stuff together. Because you know what? The masses, they don't think like us. They don't understand the importance of vision. They don't understand the importance of being productive and effective versus just busy. They want to find excuses and have victim mentality of why they can't do certain things. And what I want to build is a community of like-minded people that don't play by the rules that don't exist. That don't play by the rules that say, hey, you have to do exactly this thing or exactly that thing, or you have to do it society's way. We make our own path. What I've realized by talking with these individuals, building this community and just casting this vision out loud and sharing what I want to build with other people is that a lot of them and myself have in common. When we get crystal clear on this vision, we scare ourselves, not because of what we used to be. When we first started doing this, it scared us because we're like, there's no way I can accomplish that. What if people laugh? What if people make fun? And I get that. I went through all of that. But what happens when you start showing up for yourself and you start proving to yourself that you can do these things and you can accomplish this, you can accomplish that, and you start growing through the success journey of life, these visions will scare you because you know they're going to come true. Because you build that confidence in yourself, you build that muscle that if you can see it in your mind, you can achieve it. One of my mentors, Andy Frisella, talks about vision casting a lot, and he talks about it in such great detail. And I think too many people miss this point. And great leaders have this. Great leaders have this ability to not only see the vision, they see it in such great detail. They can almost touch it. They know what it smells like. They know what it looks like. They know who's there with them. They know all the details of this vision. Like one of the things I'm reminded of is Andy shared this story is he had a vision when he was a kid building his company that he wanted to have a Lamborghini Huracan. And his vision was he wanted to have that because that was just the coolest car. And it was going to be, I think it was going to be purple, whatever color it was going to be. We'll call it purple for this story. He knew the shade of purple. He knew what color the wheels were. He knew the windows were going to be tinted this certain shade. He knew what the new leather smell was going to smell like. And not only did he know all of those things, he articulated it out loud over and over and over. And then he took it this far. And then I painted a vision. Once I got that vision, his next vision was now I'm in my Lamborghini car that has all of these details. I'm driving up to my jet that I own, and I see the red carpet. I know I get out of my new Lamborghini with the new car smell. And Lamborghinis, I just imagine, smell way better than a cheaper car, right? And then I get out on the red carpet and I start smelling the jet engines. I smell the jet fuel. I know what the stairs look like walking under the jet. I know what color the seats are. I know how they're laid out in the jet. I know that I have this flight attendant that's getting this snack ready. And I know who's with me on the plane. I know where we're going. I know what color the plane is. I know what model jet it is. Like this detailed vision. You may say, Matt, you're crazy. But I will just tell you, if you see those things that in depth and you spend the time with yourself getting clear on that vision, and you get it so clear with yourself that you can articulate it to other people and they can start to believe that it's possible too. That's what great leaders do. So I want to ask you, what are you leading your people towards? What are you leading yourself towards? And are you reminding them and reminding yourself of it daily? You see, I think a lot of times meetings are a waste of time. You don't need more meetings. You need more moments of clarity and conviction that you can achieve that vision that you have in your head. All right, number 3. This one may sting a little, but it's the truth. The hidden secret number 3 is avoiding hard conversations. Avoiding the hard conversations. Honestly, it can be the hard conversation you need to have with yourself that you're putting off. Because you're not showing up as the best version of you. You're not showing up in the gym how you should. You're not showing up in taking care of your health, your fitness, your family, your faith, your finances how you should. Your relationships, you name it, your business. You're not showing up as the best version of you. And that's okay. We're not perfect, we're humans. But you got to own it. You got to be willing to look in the man or the woman in the mirror and say, you know what? I need to get better here. I'm going to own it. I accept it. Once you accept it and you accept personal responsibility for it, now you can change it. Stop giving away your power. Stop avoiding the hard conversation with yourself. And let me take it further. What about that hard conversation with that team member that is underperforming? That team member that isn't showing up? That team member that maybe did the thing that you need to talk about, but you're just hesitating? What about that client? What about that listing you need to do a price reduction on, but you just get scared of having that conflict?
Are you a real estate team leader that is frustrated, dealing with unproductive agents, loss of revenue, market shifts, or maybe you feel like I've felt and beating your head against the wall trying to grow your team, or maybe even keep your team together? Well, good news, I may have your solution. Matt Smith here with Matt Smith Real Estate Group. I'm also partnered with John Cheplack and Cheplack Life Coaching. For the last 2 years, I've coached team leaders across North America, helping them reach and exceed their goals and grow their business. One of the things that I found is most important, and I've got personally coaching with John Cheplack, is learning the leadership language and learning how to become a better leader and apply those principles in my organization. I believe in contribution and giving back to this industry that's given so much to me. So if you like what you hear on this podcast and you feel like you're in alignment with some of the things that I share here for free, but you want a little bit more, you want to learn more, you want some more guidance, you want some more tactics, some more strategies, send me a text. Text Discovery Call to 573-261-6778.
Avoidance is expensive. It costs you your time, it costs you your sanity, it costs you stress, it costs you energy, it costs you your peace, and it also costs you your profit. But when you lean in to conflict, you lean into truth. Now you can do it kindly, you do it with grace and with empathy, but you do it honestly and directly. Your culture gets better. Your culture strengthens. Your confidence in yourself, the people that you're leading, their confidence, all gets better and it strengthens. And then an amazing thing happens. You get your peace back. And along with your peace, you get clarity. Too many of us are operating in this handcuffed world because we're afraid to step on someone's toes. We're afraid to say something that in today's society, God forbid, it may offend someone. Who cares? I want you to be honest with yourself. And I'm not saying go out and try to offend people. There are sensitive topics and you have to be sensitive with certain things. So take this with a grain of salt. But you know what I'm saying here. Too many people walk on freaking eggshells and they are scared to tell someone, you know what? You're not showing up how you should show up. You're better than this. Your family deserves more. And maybe this is that wake-up call that you need today. Or maybe this is your wake-up call to share it with someone else today. Stop avoiding the hard conversations. Conflict is not a bad thing. Without conflict, you don't get resolution. You got to lean into it. There's a quote that I saw the other day, and I didn't understand what it meant until I really started reflecting on it. But I'm gonna share it with you here today, and it really goes into avoiding the hard conversations. You see, I believe you cannot build an elite business. You cannot build an elite life while you are protecting comfortable lies. You cannot build an elite business or an elite life while you're protecting comfortable lies. Just because it's comfortable doesn't mean it's true. The truth will set you free. When you live a world of truth and you just speak it how it is, the freedom, the clarity that comes with that, money can't buy it. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope this episode was helpful for you today. I hope this hit you between the eyes. I hope this was the wake-up call that you need. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. This podcast today was as much for me as it is for you. I'm speaking to myself as I'm speaking to you. And so hopefully this was an experience and a journey that you can become a better version of yourself. I want to remind you, if nobody's told you this lately, if you're listening to this, kudos to you. You're trying to become better. You're trying to become a better version of you. You're not the average. You're not someone who is settling. I believe none of us were put on this earth to just get by. We all have a purpose. I believe that you right now in your journey, you are building something that has the power to change your family tree forever. You can serve your community, your clients, your team at such a high level that you can raise the level of experience that everyone has around you. Because if you focus on you and you change you, everyone around you starts to change and evolve and become better. But you can't do that if you play small. If you keep tolerating all the excuses in your life, if you keep using the same habits and allowing the same habits that don't serve you, and you allow the same distractions that take you away from your mission or your vision, you're not going to get what you want and ultimately what I believe you deserve in life. No one's going to give it to you. You got to earn it. So it's time to step up. It's time to be the leader that you need to be for yourself, for your family, for your team. Light that fire up. Get that fire back in your belly. Do the hard things. Lean in. Get back to why you started to begin with. And I'll remind you, I'm on this mission to build community. If this podcast, any of these episodes, any of my content speaks to you, and you want to be a part of this community I'm building, please reach out. I'm looking for people who are looking for us. I'm looking for people that this message resonates with so that we can win together at such high levels that we will change our family trees forever. If this episode hit home with you, share it. Share it with someone. Share it with someone on your team. Tag me in a post. Send me a message. I do this podcast to give back to you guys. I hope this was a wake-up call. I hope this was something that is going to be helpful for your life, for your business. I want to remind you, if you're going to do something, give it your all or don't do it at all. That's why this podcast is called All or Nothing. If you're going to do life, give it your all. Jump all in with both feet. So many people are just tiptoeing around life. And if it's worth doing with all of your effort. So give today your all. Go out and win. We'll talk to you guys soon.